I've calmed down a bit
You
now.
survived.
God, yes.
How do you think you did?
I thought I was doing quite well at the beginning until I got confused.com.
Yeah, I think.
And then when I got
everyone was
confused.com,
yeah.
I just lose it.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic, so once I get,
Yeah.
and if you see me do this, it's because I'm left and my right, so I've got to you pronounce it, you know, or else. So you tell me.
Yeah.
I knew that until I thought, and then I was doing it, and then once I don't come in on the correct beat, then I stop now.
Yeah.
I don't try. Before I used to try and catch up.
Yeah.
But now I don't.
It just throws you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just throws me. So I've stopped trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And I wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Because my head's still going. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
So yeah. But you tell me.
Well, the reason for today, obviously, it's not intentionally to put people under some pressure.
I think it's good though.
As teachers, we're always put under pressure in the class. You know, I can turn up for a class and 5 minutes before I start the class, someone could say to me, well, I think we should do this today. And I'm under the pressure to completely change everything I've planned, and I still put to go in and good afternoon and make it look as though that didn't really just happen. I'm just going to deal with that. And only through practice and only by people applying pressure to us, etc., do we really learn how to deal with things in those situations. And today, not really the nasty, put them under pressure, see how they behave. It's more a case of apply this now. First of all, so no bad habits form, because they're a lot harder to retract if time goes on longer, as we know. And also to make sure that what happens is that everything here now goes just up a little bit more as far as standard is concerned, because something that I Love South pride themselves doing is not just teachers coming and passing this exam, but coming out with a really high standard of teaching, so that you're almost recognised. When you go off and teach somewhere else, people are going to say, you know what, she's old school. They're going to think you're old school because you come from this kind of training. So it's basically just imparting that training more and more and more, for you to understand that this course is life-changing and can take your standard to such a level through practice. You know, not everybody has got loads of time. Everybody in your class, all different people, all different lives, all different lifestyles, and different people are going to have different levels of being able, what they can put into it. So you just have to focus on you, see what you can do, and get as much out of it for yourself, you know? And my observations, now, bite your lip a lot, what are we doing now?
Is that the first one?
I just said that, bite lip.
Concentration.
I used to do that as well, to be honest with you, and I think the only reason why I don't is because someone else pointed it out to me, and then I worked on it, and I realised it. You know, so it's not really a big deal. We all get habits when we do something over and over again. When we drive a car, we develop bad habits. You know, so we are just a nation of people with bad habits, really, that we have to address. Don't bite your lip. Don't bite your lip. I don't know how you're going to practice this one, but try not to.
No, I mean, when I was younger, I used to, because I'm a hair and beauty technician, when I used to cut hair, I used to, like this. So what happened was, I used to work at the West End.
Is that how you concentrate?
And my boss actually came up to me, and he was ruthless. And as I was cutting hair, he went to me in front of everybody. So he embarrassed me right on the floor.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it worked.
If it strengthened you, fine. I wouldn't say
And then I stopped going, and I used to close my mouth.
And then started going.
And breathe through my nose. No, I mean,
do you notice that you do it?
Sometimes I might do something completely different. Today it might be the lip. Next time you see me, it might be a jerk. Don't know. So it might be something else. As I'm feeling at that point.
Right.
So one, we've got the camera going. Two, we've got you here. 3, we've got Ken here. So for me, And 4, there wasn't 5 of us. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah.
So knowing that you're well focused on us.
Yeah.
And when it just be what mood I'm in. I suppose. So
I do understand it. I mean, my son.
If it might not be the same thing like the hip. It might be something else.
Different. Well, my reason for saying it is basically because what happens is it can sometimes come in and steal a little bit of fun out of us. That's my reason for saying it only. My son dances salsa, and he's only 11 now. He's been doing this for a few years now. And he's not brilliant, he's not bad, he just does what he does, he's just him, you know. I don't judge him on his level of what he's doing because it's a hobby to him. But when he starts to get a bit competitive, because he's quite competitive, when he starts to get a bit competitive, so you might have similar nature, right? When he starts to get a bit competitive, that's it, he's fit. And he's fixed, and he's fixed, and
he's ready.
He's fixed, But now when we look at him as a performer or a dancer, he can't smile anymore, he can't, you know, and it steals a bit of his fun, you know. So now what happens is, when a pressure is applied to you, try to keep the fun. Because that might just steal I mean, it's hard to stay under assessment. But
I take life seriously. I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic and half deaf.
Right.
So you're going to see me concentrate too much over. That's my biggest problem. So now
I find that on you, like this, on you regarding this. I'll tell you why it's one of my observations. Because when the people are in your class, I want you to look out for it. Do you see what I mean? That's the main reason. Because what we might find is there'll be someone else in your class, because we do just take everybody for who they are. No prejudice about who somebody is, no judgment about who somebody is, nothing at all, you know. Now in your class, what you might find, when you start to see people doing that in your class, I want you to address it. You address it, because what you might find is they might just need an extra smile from you. It might be something very, very small. Anything. So see it in ourselves, sort it out whichever way we can. You can't be perfect all the time, 100%, of course not. Always going to be a human. I'm not perfect 100% of the time. I don't think I'm ever perfect. But what I have to do is remember that each time I'm teaching a class, people are watching me. They're watching if I flick my hair, they're watching if I take my fingers out. They watch everything. And if I make a mistake, or if I have a small bad habit, guess what? They all pick up that. They just do it, you know, no matter how much you try and disguise it or anything. Now when people hold their breath, bite their lips, things like this, they start taking it so seriously, like you're saying, I take things very seriously, that sometimes some of the fun.
Absolutely,
so you've got to work it in them, watch it in them, and maintain the fun in your class, even if you get people in the class that are doing that. So allow them to relax. If you find that people are doing this, there's a remedy. One remedy out of them is if they're dancing in couples. First of all, if they're not dancing in couples and on their own, everybody can. That will stop that from happening. So if you think, oh, how am I going to stop this for me doing it? Just count. If you find yourself in that position, because the count will carry you, you will be able to concentrate as much when you're counting. That will carry you, and it will do the same for the people in your class. So if you notice that there's a few people like that, some people might be like that on their first night because it took a lot of courage to come out and do that class, you know. So you use all your understanding and discernment with them in your observations, and just make sure, you know, those people be aware of that when people do that, and just bring in a little bit of fun, inject a little bit of fun there, and you'll probably find that they'll just stop. You don't have to say, like I have done with you, it's like real criticism, and you bite your lip. You know, you don't have to do that in your class, because they're not under assessment, they're just coming to dance and have fun. With us, you're under observation to show you things that you do there.
That's not correct, because in my class, I will pull everyone up on everything. You know, I will pull up one of the girls who's flicking her feet up too much. I will pull up someone for holding their breath. I would pull up someone
So you do see it?
Absolutely. About 15 years.
Brilliant. How long have you been teaching?
2008.
Brilliant. So you do see that?
Oh, absolutely.
So
you see an awful lot. And for me, I've needed a lot of practice.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, I was taking too large steps.
Yeah.
So you become better.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that we've curbed over being in Fire's class.
Yeah.
And seeing a lot of people, and then you see it a lot faster.
That's right.
You're aware of whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And I must admit, the best thing that Fire's done is to put our assessments on video on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I've sat there and assessed my whole class as well as myself in the things that we do right and wrong.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
And so I've been an observer in my bedroom watching a lot of them, and then getting the best of the best and practicing with them.
That's a really good place to put yourself
well,
in.
that's what I do.
Yeah, because then you're observing, you're not just being critical on yourself, but you're observing the group as a teacher should. Because that's what a teacher should be doing.
You know,
even when you're a qualified teacher, you're still not going to take your eye off yourself as well. Yeah. You're looking at the class.
No,
you're still, you know, so that's an ongoing thing.
I've been doing that from the time he put the videos on from the beginning, and it's helped because you don't have anyone at home to practice with. You've just got yourself. Yeah. So by watching, you know, the class and the assessment and the times, and it was watching Adrian, which helped me with the left and the right turn. Yeah. And I've had a problem with the left and the right turn, but the more I kept on watching him, I spent a whole night watching him 10 times over and over and over again, stopping at the fifth one and trying in front of the mirror and then coming back and trying it, and then still feeling that I might be confused. But, you know,
have you given yourself something reliable to know that whenever a left turn is called, have you given yourself something you can rely on, or you still feel a little bit like unsure?
I don't know, you tell me how I was doing. I know what I was doing, but you'll come to that, I suppose.
I thought, basically, to prepare for your left turn, to know to step forward.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think it comes just from your thought process, first of all. So you think every time you hear left turn, you think step forward. And that's literally what I wrote for there. Okay. You know, left turn, step forward. Yeah. Left turn, step forward. And we'll do the same with our class. You know, because there's still going to be people that come along in your class that get the left and the right. Yeah. You know, it's not a problem.
No, it's the left and the right.
It's training.
But what happens is like, you know the move, and you're saying it, but the connection with the brain and the movement.
I'm going to come up here and show you.
Is another thing, you know.
All you need to do is focus on the one. Because if you think left and right, it may confuse you. Yeah, that happens in all the classes. And the best thing you can do is when you're teaching a left turn and a right turn, is to announce that. Hey, listen, don't think left and right here, okay? Because that will confuse people. It does. And once you eliminate the confusion, everybody understands. So if you feel confused, you can only teach confusion. You know, that's how it does. You know. So what happens is, you want to eliminate the confusion for yourself, left and right. Oh, this is confusing me. Okay, everybody learns different. It's okay for it to confuse you. Things confuse me. It's okay. So I have to work through. How am I not going to feel confused there, you see? Now the only way, which we taught for the same technique for years anyway, works, is to not think left and right. Don't think left and right on left turn, right turn. All you need to do is think step forward because you know that move, or step side. And once you've drilled yourself on left turn, step forward, the rest of this will all come because you know left turn. But if you confuse yourself in left, right, forward, side, back, it's gone, because by the time everybody else is on here, You're still confused.
I'm still,
Right. So trust me, all you have to do is think left turn, step forward. Train yourself with it. Right turn, step aside. Don't even do the rest of it because you know the steps. Left turn, forward. Right turn, side. Left turn, forward. Left turn, forward. Left turn, forward. Right turn, side. And then what will happen is, as soon as you think one, the rest of the move will just come. And you will have no confusion. And then when you start to see someone else getting confused, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now what you can do, a little bit later on, rather than load too much information at once, because then people can forget things, is then explain, why is it left turn? Why is it right turn? Because some people have got a very analytical mind, and that's not satisfying to them. They still haven't worked it out. Does that make sense? So now, it's all very well that I can do it, but I still want to know what is this left and right thing. And now they're more confused. So, simple. Keep it simple. Left turn, we'll turn to the left. Okay? Left turn, left. This is my left. Do you see what I mean? Right turn, right. It's only the turning position.
I know, but what
it's not the position.
No,
of the
what you
feet.
tend to forget is it's the same foot for left and right turn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not it's not left and right.
No, that's the confusion.
This is where you eliminate left and right.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you've got to use the right foot.
Yes,
Because
to
you're
step
thinking
out.
command.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it's
isn't.
not a command.
You've got to step side.
Yeah. Or
yeah, and that's
forward.
how I'm forward. And that's how
Yeah.
I have said
Start
my-
to differentiate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And
keep it like that because
it's so on that point, if I hesitate, as you've seen,
yeah.
I get stuck.
Yeah.
They've already got round and I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you know what I liked
So-
about that though, to be very honest with you, is that you stayed steadfast in knowing that it was incorrect and you were fine with it. And I commend that in you, because a lot of people, they just want to mask it, and that's very difficult to improve. So I must admit, you're better off, I think personally, you've got more room for improvement by just thinking, you know.
I know where I went wrong.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
Then
And I've
just,
been practicing.
you know, just jumping in and trying to do something.
I've been practicing.
Yeah.
And what was happening was, in before, like you said, if I used to get upset with myself for not and trying, then I'd get the other bits wrong as well, because my brain is running too fast.
Forgiving yourself. Yeah.
And I'm not being honest with myself.
Yeah.
By stopping myself, being honest that
So
know which one it was,
Yeah.
but you didn't do it.
Yeah.
You're still grounded.
Yeah, but that
So-
there's a big door open for improvement.
Yeah.
So you
So
should
thank
commend
God.
yourself for that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because when you notice someone in your class doing that,
Yeah.
you know with correct training now, they can improve that.
Yeah.
Someone who's in denial, oh no, I wasn't.
No.
That's a lot harder to
Yeah.
improve. Do you see what I
Yeah.
mean? So you've got to commend yourself there. Because that means you drop some pride, that means a lot of things which you should commend yourself for. You know?
Okay.
Combination 3 and 1, practice that. Practice your crossover with ladies timing. Practice that. Keep focus on the one, focus on the one, focus on the one. Because all of these steps can quite often go wrong if we just place the one out of place. Because again, that's where the thought pattern kicks in of you thinking, oh, you haven't done it right, and you can't catch up. So, how do we eliminate this? We'll just focus on our positionings of our ones. Yeah. So when you get to step back on the crossover, you can't then fail to continue the rest of the step. And that is probably where you're sort of catching a hurdle. You know, once you feel your toe tip and that hurdle falls down, you don't even want to run to the next one. But you don't have to worry about that, because all you need to do is just practice that little jump each and every time. And next minute, you know, you'll be flying them hurdles without thinking. And your way of practicing that is just focus on the one. Keep focus on the one. One. And you've got music that's got one in that you don't have to listen to. Yeah, you've got some that's got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, but there are some music that just say one.
Yeah.
So then you can chill back because there's no other numbers, not so much pressure, and then you just get that cleanness in that one. Then your confidence is going to grow in all of those moves. So many more.
I've been doing that on the YouTube. There is the beats and the bars, and you look into it, and then the count of music, and then the one, then 1 5, and 1 5. So I've been doing that as well.
And it does help.
So
it does help.
I'll just go back into doing it again.
And again, take it from that angle of looking at it for yourself, but also just because you know you're going to help someone else with this. That's the main reason for you to get through it, because you know you're going to help someone else with this. And there'll be many through your hands that need help with this. So that's it really. Just your positioning, your preparation for your turns.
Right.
Biting the lip as well, but it's good to know to observe it in other people so you can see. You might lose someone in your class who's not having fun anymore, it's all got serious and they didn't start out for it to be that loud or something like that. So you just observe it, you keep watching it, and you just impart a bit of fun and something to it. So I've given you general confidence, very good. Posture and deportment, very good. Rhythm and timing, very good. We're not going to discuss, I think we discussed the going in on the one so many times here. You just practice that with fire in your class, you practice that. And all very good, and your potential is excellent. So this is your ticks to go. Okay, well done. Well done with the pressure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paris.
My pleasure.
Okay, I'll see you again. No doubt.